people will always find a way to put you down when you let them in on your personal life. In sociology, it is a well-established fact. Disappearing and operating in the shadows has a certain allure. Making the conscious decision to become someone else behind closed doors and becoming unreachable can be thrilling. When you reappear, your transformation will wow everyone. Therefore, it's exhilarating. The irony is that you won't care when you reappear, since you'll have learnt in the shadows that your opinion is the only one that counts. Now we can talk about the proper approach to do this. Allow me to simplify it for you by dividing it into 3 main sections: how to disappear, what to do in the shadows, and how to reappear are covered in the first 3 sections. You will deeply regret failing to complete any step of this, particularly the last. How can we properly disappear? Let's get started. Number 1. Only care about what you think. It is only your opinion that matters. It will be necessary for you to retrain your thoughts in order to stay hidden and disappear. At this point, you must cease caring about what other people think. In the first place, they don't care about you. Nevertheless, the problem is that you think they do, and this belief is the source of a significant portion of your activities. You have to get rid of the part of yourself that is concerned with what other people think. The first thing you need to do is imagine a person in your head, and that person happens to be you. In order to be successful, you need to be obsessed with what that person thinks of you, since that is the only opinion that matters. Are you willing to be proud of yourself? Would you be content with the actions that you took? You have to deceive and create yourself the other person in your head, since we are so influenced by what other people think of us. You will become less of a puppet to other people and more in charge of your own life as a result of proceeding through this process. This is not a walk in the park. It requires a lot of work and more practice. Leave a comment below if you have been successful in figuring out how to do this trick, and describe how you did it. Number 2. Shut your mouth. More than you realize, your mouth is a source of betrayal for you. There is a need for you to get things under control. In the future, you will refrain from discussing your life in an open manner with anyone else. Everyone, including your family, your friends, and your workplace, is not included in this. The only person who is exempt from this rule is your life partner, and even then, only if you are certain that they want you to be successful and dominate everything. My sincere wish is that the response is in the affirmative. It will take some time for you to learn how to control your mouth, and you will have difficulty doing so. Information sharing is a natural habit that humans have. It is hardwired into us for the purpose of ensuring the continued existence of our species. We have to put up a battle against that in order to truly disappear forever. It will be necessary for you to acquire the skill of recognizing thoughts before they leave your mouth. In order to sneak stealthily in the shadows, you must first become a mystery to everyone. Number 3. Hide your tears, blood, and failures. Your pain should be hidden. This is going to be a challenging endeavor, whether you want to go ghost mode, monk mode, or whatever else you choose to do. As you move through each successive obstacle that stands in the way of your advancement, you're going to experience bodily pain, mental exhaustion, and you could even bleed or cry. In each of the walls, what feelings would you have? If you want some words of comfort from your family or a close friend, you may try going to them and complaining about it. You've got it right. You'll have to close the pie hole metaphorically and go through the pain of bleeding, sweating, and crying all by yourself. Make a loud scream into the wind. Let the tears to fall freely from your eyes and use a first aid kit to treat your wounds, but do it all by yourself. Perform the task in the shadows and allow it to strengthen your character and strength. Every time you feel like you've reached your lowest point, make it the moment that propels you to performance at a higher level. A new self begins to develop during those times of pain. In genuine beast mode, you should give in to that pain, and even go so far as to look forward to it. Number 4. Hide your progress. It may take some time, but progress will eventually be made. It will become apparent to you that progress is more easily accomplished while you vanish, but you must make sure that no one notices this. Be careful not to flaunt your improved physique, your increased riches, or your newly acquired abilities. None of these things should be displayed. Let's just concentrate on making even more progress. It is only worthwhile to be able to disappear if it allows you to make it through the complete transition. If you go back to your old ways in the middle of your transition, you will most likely completely undo all of the progress you've made, and you will be right back where you started. It is only normal that you may feel the impulse to talk about the changes that you are observing in your life. It will be necessary for you to exercise your self-control and keep things contained. Take advantage of that energy to add more fuel to the fire of your efforts. If you recycle that energy, it may be possible for you to advance to the next stage of your trip. On this channel, we are all about living life to the fullest. So if you want to be engaged in the discovery and debate, make sure to like and subscribe. Number 5, hide your plans. While you are on this journey, you will have some big plans and you will feel excited about them. Those who are close to you will want to know about your activities and plans. How dare you do that? Be sure to keep those plans dear to your heart, as if they were the keys to your treasure vault. To think about it in a healthy way, consider that every portion of your plan that gets leaked out diminishes your chances of achieving those plans by 5%. This is a productive approach to think about it. Every time you talk about your plans and show them to other people in an open manner, you are causing harm to yourself. You are fulfilling the needs of other people while also causing harm to yourself. Put an end to your casual behavior and start being surgically thoughtful. If you are in need of guidance or would like to take advantage of the experience of another person to assist you in your planning, then you should do so with precision and specific intent. Find the individual who holds the key to your success, reveal only the most essential information, acquire the information you require, and then vanish once more. At this point, we are prepared to undergo a transformation. Number 1, revolve your life around crushing it. To help you achieve your goals, you should plan each and every waking hour. Obsess yourself. The mindset that this is your one and only chance in life is essential for you to have. You should commit each and every breath to it. Every action you take need to be deliberate and ought to be geared toward assisting you in destroying it. If you want to achieve your goals, you should move into an apartment that is located close to a gym or an exercise class. Join a class that will teach you the skills you need to achieve the goals you have set for yourself. You should schedule your day in such a way that you spend at least a couple hours working on your transformation whenever you have the opportunity. Spend one day reviewing your strategy, making any necessary adjustments to it, keeping track of how far you've come toward achieving your objectives, and dividing the most ambitious objectives into more attainable sub-goals. You must do whatever it takes. Number 2, reprogram your mind. Happiness is crushing it. There is no way that you won't fall in love with this disappearing trick. To be able to smash it in the darkness, you will have to adore it. In the beginning, everything will feel quite unusual, but eventually, you will find that you are loving the agony and that you are not being seen. A change in your way of thinking, often known as a reprogramming of your mind, will consist of this. Embrace it and contribute to the change that is taking place in your life, because it is something that will be a part of your good transformation. Number 3, pick your targets. How will you transform yourself? It is straightforward. In order to transform into anything through this process, you must first be aware of what that something is. Give some specifics on this. What exactly is it that you intend to construct? Do you want to be completely jacked and unrecognizable to everyone around you? Would you be interested in starting a firm that prints money? Be extremely clear about what it is that you want to achieve, regardless of what it is. Write it down and post it in places where you can see it, but keep in mind that no one else will be able to see it after you do so. You will be able to reappear once you have completed your transformation, but something extremely unusual will have occurred during the process of your transformation along the road. You will no longer require this reappear in society, You won't care to reappear if you execute this correctly. You will have already merged with the shadow at this point. Your life will have changed in ways that are better than you could have imagined. The majority of people will continue to be a mystery to you, despite the fact that you will continue to crush it and work for greater and better ambitions. It will become clear to you that you have discovered a tranquil peace in the shadows, and that you have discovered a new life that you like a great deal more than the one you had previously.